2 lines of Ollama's changelog dropped on Friday, 14 thumbs up, nobody in your Slack noticed. One of those lines just made a $600 mini PC do work your agency is billing you $2,000 a month to do in the cloud. Real release page, real commit, real consequence. And I do not think anyone in your company has read it yet. I'm Stewart Vickers. I've been running the numbers on local AI for 18 months, waiting for the moment it stopped being a hobbyist experiment and became a business decision. It landed last Friday, and I do not think you saw it. Here is what actually shipped. Version 0.32, 14 of Ollama, pre-release tag, 5 commits in the bump. 2 of them are the whole story, the other 3 are cleanup. Line 1. WebP images now work inside the local model server. Sounds boring, it is not. WebP is the format Chrome saves screenshots in. It is what most modern websites serve their images as. Every support bot ingesting a customer screenshot, every doc summarizer scraping a web page, every automation touching an image, was silently breaking on this file type when you tried to run it locally. The model would either refuse the file or return garbage. Now it works. Line 2. The Qwen model renderer now tolerates system messages mid-conversation. Sounds like plumbing. It is the plumbing every single agent framework in the world runs on. LangChain, llama-index, every custom Python loop that injects a prompt during a tool call. All of them were crashing on the local box and defaulting back to OpenAI, because the local runtime insisted the system prompt appear at position 0 and nowhere else. Not anymore. Here is the answer to the question you clicked for. A $600 to $900 mini PC on your desk, running the Qwen 2.5 model on Ollama v0, 32.14 now handles the 2 workloads that were forcing you back to the cloud. Vision inputs, agent frameworks, both fixed in one release. Both were the last real friction points. Before I show you the receipts and the math, one ask. Hit subscribe so the next teardown lands in your feed, and if you want the mini PC parts list, the Ollama config file, and the LangChain shim I use to point an agent at a local box, all of it is inside the Church of SEO Jesus. My free school community where operators trade the prompts, checklists, and hardware configs for moving workloads off OpenAI. Free to join, link in the description. Right, receipts. I pulled the release straight from GitHub's API, not the web page, tag v0, 32.14, published August 15th, pre-release flag, true, 17 downloadable assets across every platform, 5 commits in the bump, 2 of them matter. The other 3 are a llama C++ update, an MLX update, and a documentation page for DeepSeek harness. Housekeeping. Now the actual patch. I opened the Qwen renderer file, 10 lines of code, deleted, 10 lines. The entire gate rejecting every agent framework on the planet from talking to a local Qwen model. Deleted, not replaced with something clever, just gone. Because it should not have been there in the first place. 10 lines removed on a Friday afternoon. Every LangChain script in the world pointed at OpenAI can now be redirected at a box on your desk with a 2-line config change. 2 lines, the whole switch. Now the money. What does this actually save you? I asked Claude Opus to write the plain English version, and it landed it in 1 sentence. A free self-hosted Qwen vision model can now swallow customer screenshots in their native WebP form without a conversion step and actually obey its system prompt, so the high-volume first pass of your support bot can run on your own hardware at 0 marginal cost and only escalate the genuinely hard tickets to the paid API. Run that on your bill. A 10-person team on ChatGPT Team is $300 a month before you write a single line of automation. Add per token API, calls for your support triage, doc Q&A, lead scoring, meeting summaries, invoice processing. You are at 4 figures a year, easily. A $600 mini PC bought once handles the 80% of that traffic that was never actually hard. You keep the cloud for the 20% that needs the smartest model in the room. For the hardware itself, a refurbished Mac Mini M4 with 32 gigs of unified memory, a framework desktop board, A used Beelink with an AMD chip, any of them at the $600 to $900 mark, will run Qwen 2.5 at the size that matters. Payback on the hardware, roughly 2 months. Everything after that is free forever. Now here is the part nobody else is telling you. Every SaaS wrapper that built a moat on GPT-4 for support triage or doc summarization, just watch that moat shrink by one Ollama release. Their per-seat pricing assumes you cannot self-host. As of Friday, you can. Every agency charging $1,500 to $4,000 a month to host a cloud inference stack for your internal AI tools. Their contract renews in 90 days. You have 90 days to hire a developer for one afternoon, wire Ollama into your CRM or your Slack, and cancel the retainer. The window is open. It closes the moment your competitor watches this video, does the swap, and starts pricing below you because their marginal cost on that workload just went to 0, and yours is still a per token invoice at the end of the month. Open github.com/ollama/releases/tag/v0.32.14 right now. Look at the what's changed section, 2 lines, the whole update. That is the proof, not me telling you. Remember the $600 box doing $2,000 a month of work? Here it is again. One-time hardware buy, 0 per token cost, handles the workloads that were forcing you back to the cloud last week. A 2-line changelog did that on a Friday afternoon in August while nobody was looking. One test tonight. Take your most repetitive AI task, the one you would run 1,000 times if it were free. Stand up Ollama on your laptop. Point that task at Qwen 2.5. Compare the output to what OpenAI gave you this week. Costs nothing. Settles the argument. One warning. The V0 32.14 tag is a pre-release, not stable. Keep V0 32.13 pinned on the box as a fallback in case the stable point release regresses anything. Test on a low-risk workload first. The next teardown is on Qwen itself, because if V0 32.14 is the runtime, Qwen is the engine, and I want to show you which parameter size actually fits your workload before you buy the wrong hardware.